Right. Hello, everybody. I am apologising to you because I hit the wrong button, so I was in the wrong place. I'm now in the right place. Yes, sorry. That's One Stop Trivia saying he's coming. I'm coming. I'm here. All right. It's time for the quiz. Now I've got to do one little other thing, which I had set up, but I've got to set up again, and that is it. Right, so we're just about ready to do the quiz. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It's this new system, just getting used to things. I pressed the wrong button. I went into Friday's broadcast instead of tonight's broadcast, so I'm sorry about that. It is 4 minutes past, right? I better get into this real quick. Thanks for coming to the quiz. This quiz starts soon. The house rules here are that there are no Tories, no racists, and no triangles. No triangles allowed to take part, all right? Because it's just triangulist, right? Not triangulation. The triangulation are here. That's fine. But actual triangles, they like them. Answer the questions. Mark yourself after each round when I give you the answers, and don't put answers in the chat when people are trying to answer. That's all you've got to do, all right? That's how the quiz works. Last time we played was Monday. These were the scores. Pajero! We're right on top. Let's get quiz go. Hugs and kisses. Social Outcast, Marion Lorna right up there. Lumpy Gravy, Chameleons, Porn Dwarfs, Triangulation, Agatha Quizday, Abbey Hill Billies were doing their thing from the Abbey Hill region of Edinburgh. Tom Nook is a capitalist pig. Covariates, Fabian Society, Tyne and Tweed, that's Jim. Shop Workers, Barrymore, Solo Fist, Ollie. Cashing a fairly reasonable 47 for solo effort. Spades right down to Vern. Craps and UK Alliance. Yes, thank you, House of Weirdos. Now it's quite good jacket. You know, is the colour showing up? I think the colour's pretty reasonable. You know, I'm talking about the colour that you can see compared to what colour it is in real life. It's relatively accurate. It's okay. Need some mints here. Beagle Horn, right. There was a few people went on the other video. I hope you all made it over here. We're just about to start. I'm a little bit late, a little bit behind time. We're going to do the standard pub quiz, Dr. Paul style, up to 8 o'clock. And then between 8 and 8:30, we're going to be doing live quizzing where you can come on, take part and win things. There can be 3 different chances to win tonight's star prize, which is the BREID, supplied to you by our friend James the Baker. There he is, coming up your path. There's some previous BREID winners. Look how happy they all are because they got the BREID, all right? Ewan was the winner last week, hasn't got the BREID yet, but we're going to sort that out. It's okay. It's going to be cool. So, right, we're all ready. It's 6 minutes past. I'm not too late. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Aha. What's going on? David's saying, so if you're a little square, you're okay, as it's good that the triangles are now outcast for a change. Lol. Absolutely, David. I agree with every single word of that. Right, so you know how this works. Just write down the answers, okay? Don't shout out the answers in the chat. Hello, Denise. Welcome back. Right, same letter round is that all of the answers in the first round begin with the same letter of the alphabet. So once you've got one letter, then once you've got one answer, then you know what the letter is. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Number 1, what literary animal, all right, what kind of animal was the Empress of Blandings, who appeared in several novels written by P.G. Wodehouse? So the Empress of Blandings was a character from P.G. Wodehouse novels, but the Empress of Blandings is an animal. What type of animal is she? Which actor played James Bond in 4 films from 1995 to 2002? So who was the James Bond actor for those years? 95, late 90s, early 2000s. Who played James Bond in that time frame? Taryn's saying you've upgraded. Well, I'm just using a slightly different system, but it is a major upgrade is that you can phone in and take part later on. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be good. Number 3, same letter round. Which word, single word, describes a law-making assembly, and it is also a collective noun for a group of owls? You know the thing about the same letter round, all the answers start with the same letter. So if this one gives you the letter, you can guess the other ones. Background music is loud. Thank you, Tim. That's the kind of help I need. just you tell me what's going on, because I've got my setup. It's not necessarily easy to hear what's going on. Let me know if that's turned it down. It should have turned it down, okay? Number 4 in the same letter round. What kind of animal, another animal, is the animated character Pingu, who was first on TV in 1990? So thanks, Tim. Let me know if the music's down a bit better now. Number 5. What is the name of the only state in India that has a majority Sikh population? Okay. Most places in India are majority Hindu. But which is the name of the only state in India that has a majority Sikh population? So slightly more difficult at the end. But that's the 5 questions. The thing is, tell me if you're ready, okay? Tell me if you are ready, and I will give you the answers. I'm going to go over these questions one more time, just in case you came in late. Real quick recap, okay? That's better, says Tim. Right, thanks. I mean, could it go down any more? You tell me. What kind of animal was the Empress of Blandings? Veronica and Tara are both ready. Thank you for telling me that you're ready. Number 2, who played Bond, 95 to 2002? Thanks everyone for telling me you're ready. Which word describes a lawmaking assembly and is a collective noun for owls? Number 4, what kind of animal is Pingu? Animated kids TV. Number 5, what's the name of the only state in India that has a majority Sikh population as opposed to Hindu? Okay, right, loads of you are ready. Hello, Marion. Marion's back. All right. Beaglehorn's ready. Graham's ready. That's cool, isn't it? Those comments up. Right, let's get on with it. So, same letter. First of all, did you get the letter? Yeah, I'm sure you did. It's letter P for psychedelic pneumatic tires. Here come the answers. Right, number 1, the Empress of Blandings. P.G. Wodehouse was the guy who wrote the books. It was P.G. Wodehouse, and the Empress of Blandings was a pig. A great big pig. There's that appears to be some kind of TV adaptation with Timothy Spall, so that's probably good. Cracking pig. James Bond was Pierce Brosnan in those years, 95 to 02. Pierce Brosnan. He's the man with dual nationality. Lawmaking assembly, group of owls, parliament. All right. I don't know why parliamentarians are supposed to be wise. Is that the idea? Pingu. What's that? Penguin. Come on. There's Pingu there. That's an easy one, isn't it? And A Taste of India. Only state in India with a majority Sikh population. You've got the letter already. They all start with a P, so maybe you were able to guess this. Maybe you knew it already. Punjab. There we go. There's a guy in Amritsar in the Punjab having a wee game of hide and seek. The Taste of India at the top there was a bit of a clue. If you used to live down in Finiston in Glasgow, you'll remember the Taste of Punjab. Excellent establishment. Best establishment. Anyway. So, here are your bonus points. So you get 2 points for every correct answer. That's the big 2 on the left there. 2 points per correct answer. You add on these bonus points. You add on 2 points if someone is a subscriber. Subscribe. Hit subscribe and you get those 2 points. All right? It's a deal. You also get +1 if somebody on your quiz team tonight is a sharer. If you share the quiz, you hit share. Make it social media-tastic, you get a point. And you get a point if it's your birthday. It's probably not your birthday. So the usual maximum is 13. It's possible to have more if you've got one or more people with their birthdays. You know what I mean? Right, let's move on. 13 for the weirdos. Looks like a good start for most of you. 11 for Tim Edgley. 13 for the hugs and kisses. 13 for the spage. Tim Hall and Fabian's getting 13 there. Superb. Yeah, absolutely. My father-in-law was... we were driving around Kos one day because my father-in-law's Greek, and he saw a guy with a Sikh turban or a moped. And of course, he's an old racist, yeah? So he points out the window, Hindu! Hindu! No idea. Didn't get a pig. What'd you put if you didn't put pig? Partridge? Right, that's the 5 answers. Remember to tell us what you put if you put something wrong, because it's always interesting to know what people did put. Pictures, right, straight on to the picture round. No mucking about tonight. Well, no more than usual, anyway. Picture round, so five pictures, okay? Picture number 1 is about space. So, what is that? What are you looking at there? Is it Mars? Is it Venus? Or is it da moon? So what is that thing? What's that big mad round thing? Mars, Venus, Moon. That's your choices. Have a look. I'll show you them again. I'll go through them one more time, but I'll get through them first of all. Number 2 is about tech. What kind of device is shown in this diagram? Orifice insert. You know what I mean? Woohoo! Actuator, stem, gasket, valve cup, spring valve housing, dip tube. There's Denise trying to get a bonus point. There's a pedant's bonus, which is if you spot a typographical error in my presentation, and or a mistake, an actual mistake, more seriously, and you're the first to spot it, then you get a point. But that's not a mistake. That's deliberate. Space. I'm a Muppet fan, So that's question number 2. Basically, what is that? What are you looking at? Number 2. Which Mediterranean island is this set of opening moves named after in the game of chess? So those specific moves. White moves a pawn to e4. Black moves a c-pawn to c5. Those 2 exact moves and none other is named the something opening. And it's named after a Mediterranean island. You name the island, okay? Number 4, hip hop. Who is this American rapper? Real name is Christopher Bridges. He had 4 number 1 albums in the USA, none in the UK. And his stage name makes him sound like he's, idiotic. That's the clues. He's got a name that suggests idiocy. Suggests he's an idiot. The guy's no idiot. Sold a lot of records. Christopher Bridges, 4 number 1 albums in the USA. None in the UK. A few hits in the UK. But much bigger in America. What's the name of that rapper? And number 5 is a great example of pop art. Can you name the American painter? And I'll give you another clue here. I'm in a nice, easy, give you loads of clues type of mood. So the surname of this guy, the painter, is the same as a very small country. Right? So the surname of this artist is the same as a very small country. What is the name of the painter? Okay. Right. I'm going to quickly recap these picture questions. You tell me when you are ready. So Mars, Venus, or Moon. What is that? Very simply, what kind of device is shown in this diagram? It's probably something you have in the house. Number 3, which Mediterranean island is this particular exact set of opening moves named after? It's called the something opening. What's the something? It's named after a Mediterranean island. Number 4, who's the rapper? Name that makes him sound idiotic. Real name Christopher Bridges. And the last one is name the painter. I think this is from the 1950s. 50s or 60s. Pop art. That's what they called it. Name the American painter here, and the guy's name is the name of a very small country. So, what we got? Sean's ready. Janie's ready. Been back on the black coffee recently. It's good. It's like that. You know what I mean? Because I was drinking milk for a while. I don't think it's good for you, that milk. I'm not a vegan or anything like that, but you know, cow's milk, whoa, probably a bit nasty, like, you know. Hard round, says Marion. Hard round, says Spedge. It's two of our top players in agreement, and that was a difficult round. Ready-ish, says Denise. Not too many of you saying you're ready. I'll wait for a couple more. I think we're ready. Dave's just... Oh, here we go. David Beagle on. Failing to get our shit together one more time. I kind of like teams like that. That's my favourite teams. Total chaos, you know. Right, here we go. I'll tell you the answers. 2 points for each of these. So number one. It's not pitted and rugged enough to be the moon. And it's not covered in cloud enough to be Venus. It's got to be Mars. Yeah, it's got a slightly red hue as well. So, Mars for 2 points. Number two is aerosol spray valve. Like, yeah. You see it now. I don't know how hard that was, because like when I got the diagram, obviously it said what it was. And I thought that might be quite good for the picture round. And then I was thinking, nah, it's too obvious. But then I don't know. You tell me, was that an easy one? The aerosol spray valve, was that easy or was that hard? Did you get it as well? Number three, which Mediterranean island is this set of opening chess moves named after? The answer is Sicily. Right, we said bicycle pump. Right, okay, fair enough. It's the Sicilian opening. All right. So I won't say too much about it. This guy, American rapper Christopher Bridges' real name, his stage name is Ludacris, right? Ludacris. Easy. Easy, the aerosol. Then again, Marion thought it was shock absorbers. Beaglehorn thought it was spark plugs. Ventolin. Ventolin's very close. It's the right idea, isn't it? Give us a Tim. Have 1 point for that. That's fair, isn't it? You get scoosh. Psst. Maybe that's not fair. I don't know. Have a point. I'm handing out the points tonight. Pop art. Can you name the American painter? It's Roy Lichtenstein. I think that particular... Actually, I can't remember. I was about to say it's called... Is it called Wham? I think it's called Wham. That one. It's great anyway. Brilliant. Comics had been around for a while, but nobody had really thought, I know, I'll just paint a massive big comic. So it's a wee step forward. It's one of those things. People see it and they go, I could have thought of that. It's like, well, you never did it. Yeah, 1963 it is, the painting, by the way. Just checking that out. There's no such thing as a disgraceful 4 points. 4 points is 4 points. You know? Whoa, look at that. See, Janie's got 2 points. What a shocker! It's a hard round, yeah? DJ Stupid. Well, he's a rapper, you see, so he's not going to be a DJ, is he? He's going to be an MC. MC Numpty Boss. MC Fud for Brains. Blanks for the first two. Yeah, right, so tricky. How can you have a blank for Mars? It's multiple choice. It's like Mars, Venus, or Moon. Come on. Come on, David. Sort yourself out. Would not got it without the clue. I am in a clues mood. I'm making it as easy as I can for you mood. The question for my mom said, diggity. Nice. Brilliant. That's Sir Oscar. That's you. Easiest round ever. Beautiful. Right, okay. Let's get on with it. Let's do the sound round. Right, okay. I've been... Oops. There goes my microphone. Are we okay? You still hear me? No, it doesn't look like Venus hugs and kisses because there's no clouds. That's the thing. You can't even see Venus because it's just covered in clouds, you know? Clouds of sulfuric acid. I'm just tightening up my microphone stand there because my microphone flopped, if you know what I mean. So I've been relying on the music rounds a lot recently, so we're going to have a nice voice round tonight. I haven't done a voice round for a while, so 5 voices for you, and you just got to say who they are, right? I'm just setting up the sound so that you're going to be able to hear it when I press play. It'll take a couple of seconds. Here we go. And I go to the live stream audio round, and there's all my files ready to play. Right, so you're ready for this. You know how this works. All the answers are right in front of you, so have a look at those names. Al Sharpton, Bernadine Evaristo, Brian Blessed, Clive Anderson, Debbie Harry, E.L. James, Murray Walker, Rowan Atkinson, Storm Thurmond, Susie Quattro. That's our 10 possibilities. You've got to say who the 5 names are. So here comes voice number 1, which is the longest of the 5 because it's a setup and a punchline. So who's this?
Well, there is a verse in that song in which, talking about the eyes of the person that the song is about, you sing, "Excuse me for asking, these things I do. You see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue." Yes. What I'd like to know is this. Is it this sort of chronic forgetfulness that led you to forget that Elton is not, in fact, a Christian name at all? It is a surname. Well, there is a...
So that's somebody interviewing Elton John about their songs and his name. Number 2 is a musician. Who is this musician?
And I learned to read and write and play percussion, and I ended up first chair in the percussion, which pissed off all the boys because I guess I have to say I'm a girl, even though I'm not, but I am, because I don't think of myself that way. I'm just a musician. Then at 14, when we started the band, and I learned.
So there you go. That's person number 2. Here is person number 3 talking about their favorite boxer.
Muhammad Ali is the greatest heavyweight the world's ever known, but the best was Joe Louis. He defended his world heavyweight title 25 times against the world's best for 12 and a half years. Joe Louis. I've never seen anything like it. I met him once.
I met him once. There's Sir Oscar calling out a typo. I'll look that up in a second. Number 4 is a writer. Who's this?
My latest novel. It's about a boy who meets a girl and shenanigans ensue. He's sort of an aristocrat, and she's not. She's from a very different culture, and it's just, you know, the book is about getting them together.
The book is about getting them together, and then the last voice is a person talking about Muhammad Ali and James Brown. So who's this?
They give away millions of dollars of stamps to the government so that I would have a right to come 10 or 20 years later and try to fight for my kids. So what we're saying is they are symbols and images that kids can look up to and not have to throw a brick through a window, but that can work by the sweat of their brow and succeed, just like these 2 gentlemen did. They give away millions of...
Okay, so that is the voices tonight. Tell me if you need to hear those again. I'm guessing that you do want to hear them again. Also, tell me what the sound was like, because it's on this new system. It looks like it works, but it's a lot more difficult for me to see if it's yeah, right enough. Okay, Ewan, Sir Oscar, you get a point. Yes, Strom Thurmond is the guy's real name. That's a bad typo from your old pal Dr. Paul. Right, okay. Point for you, Ewan. Very loud. Right, okay, that's good. Better that way around. I'll turn it down a tiny little bit then. Again, please, but sound is okay. Right, okay. So somebody's saying loud, someone says okay. Right, here we go. Here, I'll play them one more time. All right. First one is somebody interviewing Elton John live on a stage. Who's this?
Well, there is a verse in that song in which, talking about the eyes of the person that the song is about, you sing, "Excuse me for asking, these things I do. You see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue."
Yes.
What I'd like to know is this. Is it this sort of chronic forgetfulness that led you to forget that Elton is not, in fact, a Christian name at all? It is a surname.
There you go. Number 2 is a musician.
And I learned to read and write and play percussion, and I ended up first chair in the percussion, which pissed off all the boys because I guess I have to say I'm a girl, even though I'm not, but I am, because I don't think of myself that way. I'm just a musician. Then at 14, when we started the band, and I learned to read and write and play percussion, and I ended up first chair in the percussion, which
I've accidentally started playing that one a second time. Right. Number 3 is a person talking about their favorite boxer. Who's this?
Muhammad Ali is the greatest heavyweight the world's ever known, but the best was Joe Louis. He defended his world heavyweight title 25 times against the world's best for 12 and a half years. Joe Louis. I've never seen anything like it. I met him once.
I love that. But at the end, I met him once. He's the best ever. But the main thing is, I met him. Number 4 is a writer. Who's this?
My latest novel. It's about a boy who meets a girl and shenanigans ensue. He's sort of an aristocrat, and she's not. She's from a very different culture, and it's just, the book is about getting them together.
And the last one is a person who's being interviewed alongside Muhammad Ali and James Brown, and he is explaining why they are role models.
And give away millions of dollars of stamps to the government so that I would have a right to come 10 or 20 years later and try to fight for my kids. So what we're saying is they are symbols and images that kids can look up to and not have to throw a brick through a window, but that can work by the sweat of their brow and succeed, just like these two gentlemen did.
So there you go. That is the sound round. You tell me. Why am I putting the microphone away? I'm a little distracted tonight. Takes a while to get used to a new procedure, doesn't it? Right, okay, so we've got some readies. Caesar's Palace, Dr. Caesar's Palace are feeling good about it. Right, I love your sunset, by the way, if that is a sunset. It's nice. Simon's ready. Shona's ready. Come on, let's do it. Let's get these answers up. I know you're ready. Right, okay, number 1 in the voices. This was a sketch in 1991, Hysteria number 3, done on stage with the cooperation of Elton John, taking the mickey out of him. It's Rowan Atkinson. Rowan or Rowan, whatever you prefer. I tend to say Rowan Atkinson. Number 2, the guy who was Blackadder, the guy, Mr. Bean, all that stuff. Number 2 was a musician talking about how she got started. That was Susie Quattro. Yeah. Leather Tuscadero out of Happy Days. Number 3 was Brian Blessed talking about boxing. He was a boxer himself, of course. Schoolboy champion of Yorkshire. So he knows what he's talking about. Because he's done everything. He's been at the top of Mount Everest. He's punched a polar bear in the nose. He's survived a plane crash. And he's good at boxing. That's Brian Blessed. Yeah. Number 4, talking about her new book in 2019, I think. It's E.L. James. She of 50 Shades of Grey fame. What? What? Hang on, stop the bus. One Stop Trivia says Brian Blessed actually boxed with the Dalai Lama. Well, I would not have liked to have seen the nick of the Dalai Lama after that confrontation. Can you give us some more detail? Was it a disagreement in a pub? And the last one was Al Sharpton, the Reverend Al Sharpton. It's from 1981. Community civil rights type of leader. He stood for a Democratic ticket for president later on as well. So he was very involved in that sort of thing in the USA. Right, okay, tell me what you scored. And Sean, you need to tell us more about Brian Blessed smashing the living shit out of the Dalai Lama, because surely that's what would happen. That can't have gone more than 2 rounds. Delighted to see Brian Blessed back. Yeah, I think we all are. I've just been relying on music rounds recently because I've been working on other stuff, so I had a little bit of time this morning to get some new voices. Tim wrote E.L. James and then changed it to Evaristo. Nah, she's like intellectual. Evaristo. I don't know what she does, like, but I know it's intellectual. Compared to E.L. James, it's just like shagging. 10 out of 10. Whoop, whoop. House of Weirdos. Brian said it on QI, turns out. Said what? About Joe Lewis? Or about fecting the Dalai Lama? Right, you got all the answers there. Let's move on. Okay, so it's time for your first... oh, no, it's not. I was thinking of something else, but it's time for the anagram first. So I'm going to give you 60 seconds to solve this puzzle. You're looking for a type of animal. That's all it is, right? You got 60 seconds to solve it. Don't shout out the answers in the chat. Just write it down. But do say if you think you've got it. Say that you think you've got it. Just don't shout out the answer, all right? You ready for this? Here we go. Sorry, Hitler. Retire. All right. Sorry, Hitler. Retire. Unscramble those letters. You got just about 50 seconds left now. Oh, look, there's Sean with the extra detail. True, it was sparring with him. It's in his biography. I got the audiobook that he narrated himself. Oh my God. Right, I've got to get that. For voice rounds. If you've not been here before, you might not realise that every time there's a voice round, it's Brian Blessed. He's in every single voice round. Because he's got a great voice. So just a bit of sparring. I'm sure he never lamped the Dalai Lama. That would be on the headlines, wouldn't it? Tonight, the Scottish Government has downgraded exams and Brian Blessed has whapped the Dalai Lama. Have you got this animal yet? Time's up. Let's see what it is. 3 points if you get this. It's Yorkshire Terrier. Yorkshire Terrier. Right, what do you reckon? Did you get it? Lumpy Gravy got it. Yes. Nice work. Yorkshire Terrier. Yappy one. I'm not a huge fan of dogs. I don't mind dogs. They're all right. You know, but if I was in some kind of hypothetical situation where I had to get a dog, I don't think it'd be a Yorkshire Terrier because they yap. It drives me nuts, you know. A big, soft, silent dog. That's why, or not even that big. What? What's that got to do with anything? That's a breed. Aye, it's a breed. Do you want to win the breed? Oh, fuck. And I've made mistakes. Look, where's the K? Where's the K? Right. Right, everyone gets 3 points. Sorry, I've screwed up. Right, okay. Loads of everybody. No, in fact, who was the first? Who's the first person to call out the K? Where's the I in Yorkshire Terrier? Well, there's like 2 I's in Yorkshire Terrier. No K, no K, no K. Right, okay. 1 point for Terrier. You can have 1 point for... Yeah, no, everyone gets 3 points. Right, that's my mistake. I've been working on so much other stuff, I didn't have time to check that properly. So, I think hugs and kisses... Oh, no. Right, I missed all these comments. That is the first one to call out the K there. Dr. Caesar's Palace. 7:37 p.m. There's no K? What? So Dr. Caesar's Palace, you get the point. You get an extra point. Everyone gets 3 points. You get 1 extra point, right, for being the first to spot that mistake. Sorry, everybody. That was rubbish. Dear, oh dear. What a mess. Right, let's move on. Let's pretend that never happened. Time for Blanco. Is it time for Blanco? Yes, it is time for Blanco. I've got to trust my PowerPoint, even though I've even typoed my complaint. That's all right. Dr. Caesar's Palace. It's no up to you to be in charge of typos. It's up to me. It's on me. You know what I mean? It's my fault. Right. Here we go. There's no mistakes here. I definitely checked this one. So tonight's Blanco, just write down what you think the 5 missing answers are. Okay? These are the 5 most common surnames in Scotland. And I believe this set of data is from round about 2016. It's 2016 or 2017, so it's pretty much up to date. These things don't really change year on year. Scottish government bring out different bring out new lists of names every year. So, but they don't. The surnames in particular don't really change. The names that people give to babies, that changes. Even they don't change that often, but surnames really don't change. So, what do you think the 5 most common surnames in Scotland are? And I've left some helpful first letters on there for you to try and get this. Now, you just tell me when you're ready, that's all. Here's a bit of Brian Blessed info. Brian Blessed said he was 100 foot from the top of Everest and had to turn around as his teammate had a medical emergency. So he's still got to get to the top of Everest. I thought, is that right? Because I'm sure I saw a different clip of him saying that he's the oldest guy to get to the top of Everest. I mean, Christ almighty. Listen, if I'd been up Mount Everest and got within 100 yards of the summit, I'd be like, listen, I've climbed Everest, you know. That'd be fair, wouldn't it? Did he not go back a different time and actually get to the top? That reminds me of the time I went up Ben Lomond and didn't really get to the top. That's my Brian Blessed emulation. Right, ready. Everybody's ready. I'm going to show you the answers. You get 2 points for each of these. Okay, ready? Here we go. Blanco answers. From the top, 2 points for S for Smith. It's the #1 surname in the UK, and that includes Scotland. There's Smiths everywhere. I know a few Smiths. That's filthy. Slept with wolves? What? All 11 of them? #2 is Brune. No plenty of them as well. As Gordon Brown, Prime Minister, ex-Prime Minister. There's Paul Brune, Ma Brune, Hen Brune, Joe Brune, Maggie Brune, Daphne Brune, I Twin Brune, Other Twin Brune, Bairn Brune, Horace Brune, Grandpa Brune. Loads of Brunes. #3 is Wilson. #4 and #5. I was going to say more difficult, but actually I think Wilson was maybe quite difficult. I think #4, a lot of you will get this one. It's Campbell. All right. As in the Campbells of Argyll. And the last one on the list is Thompson. So there you go. Marion says, what? Now McDonald's? Yeah, there's no Max. Well, McDonald is the only one that's in the top 10. If they are, is that even right? Could be the case that they're not even in the top 10. Let me have a look, because I think I've got the top 10 here. Yeah, the ones after that are Robertson, Stewart, Anderson, Scott, and then McDonald is number 10. All right. So Heeds Mint's got 8 out of 10. Tell us which ones you got wrong. Tell us what you put. There's one. David's saying we put White rather than Wilson. Yeah, that's reasonable. I think I might have gone for White myself, actually. Or Walsh. That's a very... Well, Denise, see, you're in Ireland. And I know that Walsh... I'm pretty sure, anyway, Walsh is in the top 5 in Ireland. So remember that, folks, because the equivalent question for Ireland may come up at some point. Yeah, can he beat a Scottish mother-in-law? Eh? Fantastic. Put Black and Williams, put Williams and Cook. Ollie got 4, but Ollie's based down there in that there England. You know, so these things happen. All right. Scott, Williams, and Craig were my wrong answers. Yeah, loads of Smiths. See, we're not that different to England in some ways. There's a proper Michael Jackson answer there. Right, let's move on to Team of the Day. It's Spedge. Yay! Fantastic. Check it out. Team Spedge. There they are. Simon and Claire just crossing the border, entering Scotland. I don't think there's like millions of pitchfork wielding blue face painted madmen at the border trying to turn them back, which is quite good. Mainly because I don't think that happens. But they are based down in Prudo in Northumbria, and they are our Team of the Day. If you want to be Team of the Day, then send me a picture. Spedge get a point. You get a point if you're Team of the Day. So add that onto your score. Add it on now, because you'll forget unless you do it right now. So fantastic. Well done to Simon and Claire. Thank you again to Simon, who supplied a 40 bog roll prize from his toilet paper factory in Prudo to one of our regulars last week. So there was one in a car selling merch. Is that like a blue face painted lunatic? Yeah. Right. Selling you like, what was he trying to sell? Tartan tablet, stuff like that. Oh, look at that. The bog rolls on the way. Great excitement in the Patterson household. It was David Patterson who won that. Going to be very happy. Right, okay, let's move on. If you want to be Team of the Day, send a picture. Right, sponsor tonight is, of course, Herbie of Edinburgh. And you can win bread. Now, I'm going to do this slightly differently tonight. There's some of the previous bread winners. Now, we're going to got mystery bag, which we're about to play. This is for the bread, but it's not necessarily for the bread. I'm only doing one broadcast tonight. There's going to be at least 3 prizes. If you win this, then you'll be one of tonight's winners. At the end of the broadcast at 8:30, we'll have at least 3 winners, maybe 4. And I'll do a draw for which one of you gets the breed. The others will get £100,000 scratch cards in this style. Sent in the post. Or we can scratch them live. Tartan everything. Nice one. Cheerio to Sean. Sean's in Cambodia, so it's 2 o'clock in the morning there. Fair dues. Right. You ready for this? Here we go. So you know how to play mystery bag. You got to... The question is, who's in the bag? There's a famous person in the bag. Right? You got to try and work out who it is. You got to ask me questions of a yes/no nature. And I will answer them and then guess. The first person who makes a correct guess will be the winner for mystery bag and will be one of our winners for tonight. And might win the bread. I hope you understand what I was talking about. If you don't, just ask. Right, so I've just written down our mystery bag so I know what I'm... female. Yes, it is a female person. Margaret Ann. Here come the questions now. Is it Frank Bruno? No. Dead or alive? She is alive. It's not Brian Blessed. It's not Peter Dinklage. Sports? Nah, it's not a sports person. British? No. They're not. Pretty sure they're not. Although I did this the other week, so I better just look up name of this person. Oh man, I've forgotten her name. Listen, I'll tell you what I know, because I looked at it a wee bit earlier. Nah, it's not Gwyneth Paltrow. No, that was my screw up the other night. Not Kelly MacDonald. Celebrity fact: I've played snooker with Kelly MacDonald. I was doubles snooker partner of Kelly MacDonald one night. Actor, yes, it's an actor. I've actually forgotten this woman's name, but I will remember it once someone guesses it. Australian, yes. Yes. It is an Australian person. That is correct. Noodle Doodles, it is an Australian person. Meghan Markle, no. Comedy, I don't really know. I think she's a pretty much straight actor. Greta Thunberg, no. Oprah Winfrey, no. Actress, yes. Emma Watson, no. So she's got British ancestry. That's what I found out. Her parents are British, but she grew up in Australia. It's not Toni Collette, not Charlize Theron, not Nicole Kidman, not Kate Blanchett, not Kylie Minogue. That's beautiful. There must be a... Oh, here we go. We've got a winner. Isla Fisher. Yay! That's the right answer. There she is. Isla Fisher. All right. So, not a person I know an awful lot about. I just was looking up other stuff. She was there, and I thought, oh, aye, put her in mystery bag. Her parents were from Bathgate, I think, but she grew up in... And she lived in Bathgate for a while. She was born in Oman. Daddy's a banker. So she's absolutely fine, you know what I mean? She's well funded. Like a lot of these actresses. Born to Scottish parents in Oman, she moved to Australia at the age of 6. So she's been in things like Hot Rod, Scooby-Doo, The Great Gatsby, Now You See Me, Definitely Maybe, Bachelorette, Visions, Grimsby. All right, aye, she's married to Sacha Baron Cohen. Rise of the Guardians. Right, so an actress. Nothing I particularly know about. Oh, hang on. There's a challenge here from House of Weirdos saying that they said it first. So I've got Dr. Caesar's Palace saying it first. See. Did anyone say Isla Fisher before? That's what I want to know. I'm just going up the... It's actually easier on this system that I'm using now to look back. So I'm looking back. You know what? Look. Several comments before, about 10 comments before, it was House of Weirdos. Look. And see, putting this comment up on the screen, that really helps as well. Right. Well, that means, yeah, no one had it before that. So it is House of Weirdos. And I know the bread is the one you're looking for because you've not won the bread yet. But you've not won the bread. You are one of tonight's winners, and it might turn out that you win the bread. Okay. But we're going to carry on. And Dr. Caesar's Palace not in Edinburgh. Anyway, well, you might have ended up... Fair play to you, Dr. Caesar's Palace. It doesn't actually matter anymore, because if that's the case, then I could make you one of the other prize winners. One step closer to winning the bread. They're happy with that. Right. Well done to House of Weirdos. It's usually Kristen behind that name, so well done. Okay. Let's move on. So we've got Hexo and we've got Double or Bust to finish off the quiz. And then we're going to be doing live quizzing between 8 and half 8. This is your chance to come on, play a bit of live quizzing. I've got a couple of new formats. Well, look, Denise has just scratched a card, got 200,000s. That Okay, here we go. Hexo. So I noticed, by the way, some of you saying that you don't drink booze. So I'm going to look for some new sponsors and try and think outside the box, you know, of not just booze suppliers. Okay, Hexo. I'm going to play Hexo. This is the example of how it works. If I said World War II UK Prime Minister, you would say WC, Winston Churchill, yeah? If I said state broadcaster, 3 letters, you would say BBC. Easy, BBC. That's just an example of how it works, right? So here's tonight's Hexo. A little bit busier, bigger. I don't know, you can see that. So just pick out the answers on the grid. Each answer, the letters go together, but they can be in different answers, can be in different parts of the board, and they don't overlap. That's the thing. So number 1 on the Hexo board is a Shakespeare play by William Shakespeare, which features Olivia and Viola. Olivia falls in love with Viola, actually. So that's nice. But what is the play? Larry is just clarifying. Vodka drinker. So that's number 1, a Shakespeare play that features Olivia and Viola. 2 letters. Right, number 2 is on the internet an abbreviation that refers to the person who started the conversation. So if there's a long thread or conversation, then this abbreviation refers to the person who started the conversation. What are those 2 letters? Find them together on the Hexo board. Number 3, singer whose UK number 1 hits include Baby Jane and Sailing. That's 2 of this singer's number 1 hits in the UK charts. 2 letters. Who is the singer? Find the 2 letters, first name and surname, and they go together on that board. Number 4 is a 3-letter abbreviation that applies to a truck that weighs more than 3.5 tons. So if you've got a truck that is more than 3.5 tons, what's the 3-letter abbreviation that describes that vehicle? And the last one, number 5, about inventors. Who is the Scottish inventor of television? 3 letters, the guy's name. So, you know, if you read about the actual invention of television, it's much more complicated than one guy invented it. But there's no doubt about it. This guy had a huge part to play in it. And he was from Helensburgh, near Faz Lane, although he did most of his work down in London. So who is the Scottish inventor of television? The guy who invented all this stuff, basically. Great stuff. Right, you tell me when you're ready, when you've found the 5 right answers on the Hexo board. It's always difficult from my point of view to know what is difficult and what's not, but I get a feeling that's not too bad. Could be totally wrong. That's the life of a quizmaster. Sometimes you think you've cracked it. Sometimes you think, right, I know what's easy. I know what's difficult. And then you get taken by surprise. Turns out the stuff you thought was easy is just impossible. Turns out the stuff you thought was pretty tricky. Everybody gets it right. Quizmaster life, street life, thug life. Sir Oscar Lot's on a high tonight, isn't he? This is easy as round 2. Easy peasies. Right, you all ready? Looks like you are. Let's get on with it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to tell you the answers. So get your answers if you're not already ready. If you're already ready, then be ready. Here we go. Right, number 1, Shakespeare, Olivia and Viola. They are characters in TN, which is 12th Night. Okay? You knew that one. You're educated people. Number 2, Internet Conversation Starter is OP. That stands for Original Poster. So the OP said that blah, blah, blah. OP is Original Poster, the person who started the conversation. Number 3, The Singer of Baby Jane and Sailing, both #1 hits. One of quite a few #1 hits for RS, which is Rod Stewart. Rod the Mod. 3.5 ton truck or greater, that's HGV, Heavy Goods Vehicle. That can also be LGV, Large Goods Vehicle. I for all my life, I thought that stood for Long Goods Vehicle, but it's Large Goods Vehicle. And the last one, JLB, that's your old pal John Logie Baird from Helensburgh, who invented television. And then when he was, just before he died, he was pretty much invented colour television as well. Clever guy, you know. So what do you think? I get the feeling that was a sort of 8 out of 10 round. What we got? 10, 8, 8. Didn't know the internet one. Yeah, I was thinking that might be the most difficult one. Did you all get HGV? If Ollie's here, is Ollie still here? She must have got HGV. Ollie's our trucker. 10 out of 10 for the weirdos, going strong. Needs a mince. Yeah, there you go. That's good thinking, David. David's awarded his team 1 point for original chat. It would sometimes be a shortage of original chat here. But aye, that's fine. Yeah, if you got half the answer, that merits a point. We're in a good mood tonight, you know. Doesn't all have to be hard and heavy. You know, there's no prize for actually coming first. You know that. So, you know, we can be kind of cool about that. Right, very good. Let's move on. We have double or bust. Oh, look, I've gone over 8 o'clock. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this quickly. Right, you know double or bust. 4 points for a right answer. Yeah, of course, Ollie, exactly. So you know double or bust, you get 4 points for a correct answer. That's double, so you can get 20 points here if you answer them all and get them all right. Trouble is, if you answer one and get it wrong, then you get bust. You get 0 points for the round. To avoid getting bust like that, you can leave blanks, okay? You know what I mean? So you decide how many you're going for. You might just go for 2 or 3. You might go for all 5, which we call balls out. It's up to you how many you go for. But if you put an actual wrong one down, then you are bust. So here we go. Here comes double or bust. What can we do to put you in a bad mood? No, there's no 9 o'clock quiz. Kristen, this is a new thing. I'm only doing 7 o'clock to 8:30 now. Right? You're one of the winners for the quiz tonight. There's going to be at least 2 more in the half hour up to 8:30. And then I'll draw one of you to be the breadwinner. So you will know by 8:30, okay? This new thing. I can't do it twice a night. Right, here we go. Number 1, tramp book. Who wrote the 1933 memoir Down and Out in Paris and London? All right, Down and Out in Paris and London was written by who? A 1933 memoir. Number 2, who was the English monarch from 1558 to 1603? So the second half, pretty much the whole second half of the 16th century. Who was the king or queen of England in that time? Okay. Number 3, which major organ of the human body includes the left atrium, the right atrium, the left ventricle, and the right ventricle? Atria and ventricles. What is the organ with those things? Number 4, what kind of art form are Henri Cartier-Bresson and Robert Capa best known for? Both the same thing. It's the same answer for both of them, right? So which kind of art form are those men known for? One is called Henri Cartier-Bresson. One is called Robert Capa. Both famous exponents of which art? That's question number 4. And the last one can always be a bit of a shady one on Double or Bust is, what year did Chuck Berry die? One of the original rock and rollers. And he is dead. But what year did Chuck Berry die? You can get plus or minus 5 years to get the points here. So if you're 5 years out, you get the points. If you're 6 years out, no points. Okay? In fact, you would get bust. So you decide which ones you want to answer, and then tell me when you're ready, and then I will reveal tonight's answers. Now, I'm just going to go over them one more time. Who wrote Down and Out in Paris and London, published in 1933? Who was the English monarch for the second half of the 16th century, 1558 to 1603? Which major organ of the human body has got left ventricle, left atrium, right atrium? Which organ? That. Noodle doodles are ready. Henri Cartier-Bresson, Robert Capa, both top geezers in which art form? And what year did Chuck Berry die? You know, Maybelline, all that stuff. My Dingaling, and so on. Right, Hugs and Kisses are declaring balls out. That means they're going for all 5. That's the only way you can declare that. Jonathan's weighing in with the balls to the wall. Leo's just ready. That doesn't look like a balls out to me. Right, okay, let's do it. By the way, I'm on for another half hour, but I'm just going to, in case some of you want to go away after this main bit, I'm just going to say, give us a donation. I'm Dr. Paul. I made this quiz for you. I'm your quiz master. Right? I'm here for you. So if anyone wants to give me a cheeky wee donation, then that's much appreciated. But more to the point, let's have a look at these answers. Here come the answers. Right, so Tramp book. I've read this. I read this a long, long time ago. Social documentary, and did a few of them. It's your old pal George Orwell. There it is. Down and Out in Paris and London. He describes being a plongeur in Paris, which is a dishwasher. A KP, which I've done. Kind of felt like I understood him, you know. Number 2, who was the monarch of England from 1558 to 1603? It's Elizabeth I. There she is. Either you can shut up or you can have your head cut off. That's a crazy 50-50 from the Queen. Human body is the heart. Atria and ventricles, that's your heart. Henri Cartier-Bresson and Robert Capa, both photography. And this is the one really. What year did Chuck Berry die? Now, if you asked me that, I might think, I might say back to you, is he dead? I thought he was still alive. Well, he is dead, but it wasn't that long ago. It was 2017. So if you said 2012 or later, then you get the points. So you tell me how that worked. There he is. I think that was in the last years of his life, you know. Still looking all right at that point. Oh, busted twice for all 8. There's the answers. Let's find out what happened. What was your scores? 16 out of 20 for the double or bus round. Now, don't go away, everyone, because we're just about to play live quiz and your chance to be on any minute. Let's just get a few final scores. Only went for 3 and 4. Got him. Final score 44. Didn't get a photography of the death here. Robert Capa's got a very famous photograph, which is a guy getting killed. It's from the Spanish Civil War. It's the moment of death. Just happened to be taking a snap. I mean, that kind of thing's kind of normal these days, I think, because it's so much gets filmed and photographed. But back then it was quite something. Death of a Loyalist Soldier is the name of the... I wish I had a way of showing you that. Sure, I do have a way of showing you that, but never mind. I'll work that out some other time. Aye, right enough, Noodle Doodles. Remember the tips. Yeah, I already mentioned it once, but I'm going to mention it one more time. If you think that quiz was worth, give me a little donation for it. Give me a little donation. Try to do this to feed my family. I may be back in the pub soon, but right now I'm still doing this. Well, I'm going to be doing this anyway. See if I go back to the pubs. I've said this a number of times already. If and when I go back to the pubs, I'm going to keep doing these online quizzes because I do believe in them and I think they're great. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm your quiz master. I'm here for you. I know some of you don't even want to go to the pub, which I totally understand. 58 for old cats. It's pretty good. 68 altogether. It's very good. Hugs and kisses get a good score. Oh, what's this? 74. House of Weirdos without Claire. Absolutely fantastic. 59 for the Heeds of Mints. Yeah, well, that's your perfect tactics there, David. Didn't go for 1 or 4 in the last round because we didn't know them. Brilliant. One better than the last quiz. It's about progress, not perfection. That's what Duolingo's been telling me recently. 58 for the bobbleheads. Nice one, Tar. Leo Cat, 65. Nice. 62, just the two, yeah. I think as the lockdown's gone on, or well, it's not really a lockdown anymore, it's more kind of solo and two-player teams. I think when we started this off in March and April, there was a lot more sort of teams of 5 and 6 and stuff like that. But I think the idea of communicating over Zoom and WhatsApp has maybe got just a little, the novelty's come off that a little bit. So I've got that in mind when I'm doing the quiz. I'm trying to make them maybe just slightly easier for... Look at that. 70 points for the Doyle. Nice. Right. Woot, woot. Right. Now, listen. It's time for a bit of live quizzing, okay? What are we going to do? I can't find the formula. That's because I've not put it up yet, Margaret Ann. Sorry, that's my fault. I'm chat. I need to get on with this. Right, I'll give you the link to upload your score. And I would like you all to upload your scores, please, so that I can make a nice league table for tonight's quiz. There is the link, which I've just put in. So we'll be doing that. Now, I'm going to give you another link in just a second, which is going to enable you all to take part in live quizzing. There's James. Now, we've still got the bread to give away, and we've still got at least two scratch cards. Now, what are we going to do here? What's this all about? Well, I'm going to get a link, which is called the invite link, and I'm going to copy it to the clipboard, and I'm going to put it in the chat. Now, if you want to play live quizzing, I'm just going to type this as well. If you want to play live on screen, click this link. And there's the link. So I'm inviting you to come and play Wipeout with me. I've got this game called Wipeout, based on an old TV show which was called Wipeout. It was presented variously by Paul Daniels and Bob Monkhouse, and probably some other people as well. Oops. That's okay. That didn't actually tell you anything. Wipeout's back on. Is that right? Who's presenting it these days? So what would be ideal is if I get 5 people lined up. Now I can see Marian's turned up, and Mr. Simon is back again. They're lined up first. Thank you, Margaret. And yeah, give us a like, everybody. Hit like. That's the least you can do. Tip's great, give us a tip. But if you if you give us a like, I like that as well. Right, I've got my headphones on. I'm getting ready to get some folks on here. So what am I going to do? I'm going to add Marion to the stream. Hey, there's Marion. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Marion, you look good in yellow.
Thank you. It's gold. I'm going for gold.
Absolutely. Fantastic. So what, from a fashion point of view, Marion, what are your best colours?
Probably red or bright blue, royal blue.
Yeah, I like a
Yep.
bit of royal blue myself, but the
Yeah.
yellow, I wish I could look better in yellow. I like yellow, but I don't look good in yellow. You know, I look like a big melon.
Well, I've
Right.
read to think what I look like anyway.
You look fantastic as usual, Marion.
Oh, thank you.
Now let's add Simon here. Simon, Mr. Spade.
Good
All right.
evening, everybody. How you doing? Looking good, Dr. Paul.
Of course I am, and yourself as well,
Oh, thank you very
Simon.
much.
Simon. And are you at home or are you in Scotland? Where are you at the moment?
Oh, no, we're at home in sunny Northumberland, just down the Tyne Valley in Ovingham. So, yeah.
And have you been at work today? Have you been knee deep in bog roll today?
All day, every day is a day in bog roll land. It's 900 million bog rolls a year. It's non-stop.
Outstanding stuff. Right, okay. Beagle Horn's telling us that Paddy McGuinness and Freddie Flint. What? Paddy McGuinness and Freddie Flinthoff are hosting Wipeout. That's ridiculous. Right. Now, I hope you know the game here. Basically, there's a grid of 16 answers. You have to choose the right answers. Okay, if you hit a wipeout, you get knocked out. Thing is, I've only got two of you. I've only got Marion and I've only got Simon. Anybody else is welcome to join in. I could work brilliant if we had 5 people, but at the moment I've just got Marion and Lorna. Oh, look, we've got some more. Some more people have just arrived. Let's check this out. I think you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say hello to you individually, and then I'm going to come back to Marion to start the game. So I'm not turning you off, Marion. I'm just dropping you out for a second. Right, who else we got? We got Jock. Hello, Jock.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm all right, yeah. I'm glad you're laughing there because your initial gambit sounded like you'd had a really, really tough game, and you've got this dark lighting, which is like inside an actual tomb.
I'm just trying to hide. I'm just trying to hide away in the dark, in the background, mate. So.
With a feeling. So where are you, Jock? What part of the world you in?
I'm in Edinburgh, mate. Just sort of Leith.
Sort of Leith. Is that like you live in a posh bit, but you want to like have this cachet of saying that you live in Leith? Because I do that. I'm in Trinity. But see, sometimes I think people, you're kind of north, like Leith, and it's like I don't really live in Leith,
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of top part of Leith, Easter Road, top part of Easter Road. So I'm never sure whether that's Leith or not. So.
Yeah, edging into Abbey Hill, yeah.
Absolutely.
Right, I'm going to say hello to David as well. Hello, David.
Hiya.
Hiya. How you doing?
Not bad.
I'm liking your curtain rail there. It looks like quite a swishy one. Yeah.
It's just a curtain rail.
and what's your? We can just about see the top of your T-shirt there. Is that red? Is that scarlet? You're giving us there.
I'll move it down a bit.
Oh, is that Che Guevara? Is that who it is? Oh, he's gone. That's it. He's been appropriated by the man. I'll bring him back if he appears again. Right, let's go back to Lorna. Sorry, Marion. Marion, Lorna. I'm going to start with you, Marion. Everyone else.
Now,
I
did try to get Lorna to take part from Turkey, but she said she was going to do other things.
Sorry, I'm trying to think and read at the same time. It's not a good combination, right? Now, have you heard of the pop singer Madonna?
Who's she? Yes, of course.
Okay. You got to name 11 Madonna hits. That's what you got to do. And if you get a wipeout, I'll move on to the next person. The one who gets the last Madonna hit is the winner. There are 11 Madonna hits, and there are 5 hits that are not by Madonna on the board. So you've got to tell us one that is a Madonna hit. Go for it.
Okay, who's that girl?
Who's that girl? Let's have a look. I'll click it, and it reveals Madonna. That's correct. So you
can Hanky Panky.
Hanky Panky. Yep, that was Hanky Spanky, like a bit of
Papa Don't Preach.
Papa Don't Preach, an absolute belter, of course.
Express Yourself.
Express Yourself, yeah, that was a huge hit. So you're mopping up all the easier ones
The
here.
easy ones, yeah.
Were you a fan?
I'm going to guess erotica. It sounds like the kind of thing she would do.
Erotica. See, I was a bit surprised by this because, oh man, right. Hang on a second. I'm going to do that and then that. Right, there we go. That's correct.
Yeah.
See, I was a bit surprised by that. I thought Erotica was an album. Didn't realize it was a single as well.
Right.
So that's good. So you got 5 out of 5 honest so far. You're going like a train.
Yeah, but that's the easy ones. And I know 2 there that are not her, but that leaves me wondering about the other ones. I know 3 that are not her.
Right.
I'm not obviously going to say who they are because that will help the other person.
Yes, that's right.
I'm going to say that Hung Up would be her.
You're going for Hung Up. That was a later one. That was the cover of Gimme, Gimme, Gimme a Man After Midnight. That's the ABBA one. Yeah.
Right. That's 6.
Very well done. So far, you got 6. You need 5 more to win this.
Right. Okay. I'm looking at the ones that I know are not her and trying to see what's left. True Colours. True Colours.
True Colours. Let's have a look. True Colours is.
Oh no. That's that other girl. Damn.
Yeah. Now listen, Marion, don't go away because you might still win. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 people. If I had 6, you'd be out. There's a possibility, so don't go away. I'm just gonna drop you off for a second. Get Simon back now. Did you see all that happening, Simon?
Hello,
Did you see?
I can't hear you.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Simon. Can you hear us?
I can't hear anything, mate. It's
right.
gone.
I'm gonna. Right. I can hear you, Simon. Right, I'm just gonna put that in the chat.
Someone else on and try.
Yeah. All right. I'll come back to you, Simon. Right, Jock. Jock, you there?
Yes, sir. Yep.
When Marion was on, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so are you a huge Madonna fan or just a big Madonna fan?
I guess I'm a huge person, but I'm not a Madonna fan, I'm afraid.
Aye. But my favourite one isn't even on there. La Isla Bonita is obviously her best song.
Oh, yeah.
So go on, choose a Madonna song and not one by someone else.
Oh, my God. I don't know whether this just sounds like it should be her or actually her, but I'm going to go for Rich Girl.
Rich Girl, that was Gwen Stefani.
Yep.
I have a sound effect. I just got to do that myself. All right. Right. Stay where you are. I think it's possible that you can still win. Stay where you are, and let's get David back on. Hello, David. How you doing?
Sorry, my laptop crashed.
Right. That's okay. Now, did you see what was going on? Do you understand the format?
I get the basic idea. I missed the first few answers, but I take it to guess the next Madonna hit.
Yeah, there's 5 wrong answers on the board and there's 11 correct answers. So you've got to keep going until somebody finds the last Madonna one. You know what I mean? So there's Marion mopped up quite a lot of the easy ones. It's up to you to find a Madonna hit now.
I've got a feeling she sang Fever.
That is absolutely correct. That's Madonna. Yes, very good. Keep going.
I'm going to guess at Hollywood.
Hollywood is another Madonna song. Very, very good. That was one of her later ones, I think.
It's now guess time.
Let's see. Hollywood.
Immortality.
Immortality. You're going for Immortality. That is. That's Celine Dion.
Oh, is it?
With the Bee Gees in the late
I'm not
90s.
Celine Dion fan.
No, well, everybody else is, so it's kind of your problem. So I'm going to just drop you off again. You might still win. I'm not quite sure how this is working out, but don't go away, all right?
Okay.
And we welcome Jonathan. Well, Mr. Jonathan, hello there. You're not out on the street tonight.
Yep.
Where are you at the moment, sir?
Oh, I'm at home in Glasgow.
And what's it like in Glasgow today? Is it about 20 degrees below zero and raining?
No, it's boiling hot.
Oh.
So, I'm not a great one for the heat. So basically hiding in a shaded room.
Aye, quite right. Yeah, you're using that red as well to let off a bit of steam. Right, okay, so I can see Madonna's on the wall behind you. So you're a big fan.
Wonder Woman, yeah.
Aye. Have you followed this so far? Have you seen the format?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Choose a Madonna song. There are, let me see, there are 1, 2, 3 left, and there are 2 wrong answers left.
Okay. I think I recognise 2, so Causing a Commotion, if I remember right, is an early one.
Causing a Commotion is correct. That is Madonna, and it is from 1987. So yeah, fairly early. What else you got?
I think American Life, if I remember right.
American Life, aye, that was in the 2000s. That is Madonna, right? So there are 2 wrong answers left, and there's 1 correct Madonna left. So whoever gets the next Madonna is the winner, right? So it could be you. You just got to get 1 more right answer to win again. Here we go. Come on.
Unfortunately, I don't recognise any of them, so this is a pure guess. I'm going with Take a Bow.
Take a Bow. That is not correct. Oh, that is by Rihanna, 2008. So we go back to the top. Oh no, actually, Spedge is back. Let's. You saw what happened there, Simon.
Yes, I did. Hi, welcome back. You went
your
off on
technical
the audio.
problems might mean that this has dropped into your lap. You need to get 1 more correct answer. There's 1 right one and 1 wrong one. You got to pick the one that was a hit for Madonna. Against All Odds or Gambler.
Well, it's 50-50, and I'm sure it's Gambler.
Let's have a look. Gambler's the right answer. Yes!
Yay!
That's the champion. All right. So that's fantastic. Against All Odds was a hit for Mariah Carey. So that would have been the wrong answer there. So well done. Simon is the champion. Absolutely fantastic. And that's quizzing. So you're one of our winners for tonight. Now you cannot win the bread because you're outside the bread zone, the bread exclusion zone. So, what time is it? It's 26 minutes past. I think that's all I've got time for on the live stuff. So cheerio to everybody. Thank you very much, and well done, Simon.
Thank you. See you later.
Yeah, there they all are. I put them all in. There they are. Look at all the people. Now you all salute your God. Look, he's in top middle. There he is. Fantastic. Bad luck. Oh, by the way, Jonathan, you need to send me your address because you won my card the other night. I still don't get your address right, so you need to do that. But I'll see you all later. Let's get rid of you all. Say bye-bye. Okay. Very good. Right. Actually, I need to be this, don't I? I need to be small, Paul. That's it. Right. That took up longer than I thought it was going to take, so I don't have time for the other thing I've got set up, but I've got a couple of minutes left. Yeah, I'm going to get off on time, right? I'm experimenting with formats. Quite like the wipeout format, but I've got to try and work out a way of making that quicker. I might make it like 3 out of 9 or something like that, or 4 out of 9. But it's good. So well done to Simon, who is tonight's winner. For that, thanks to everybody for doing the quiz. And I think I was going to do a draw to decide who gets the scratch card and who gets the bread, but Simon is outside of the bread catchment area because James the Baker has got a van and he's only got 1 van. So that means that Kristen and House of Weirdos are the bread winners, and it's the one they've been looking for. So they are the bread winners, and Simon will get himself a lovely scratch card. That's right. There's 3 minutes left. Let's do 1 more scratch card, right? So, what am I going to do? I did have some other stuff lined up. All right, no, I was just going to ask really difficult questions out of the Bamber Gascoigne challenging quiz book. So, I don't think I'll do that. Tell me a joke. Best joke that comes up on this screen on the next 2 minutes is going to get a scratch card as well. It's joke time. All right. There's the House of Weirdos, delighted with their breed. Right, okay. Jonathan, all right. I was hoping you were going to give me that as a message rather than... hang on, I'll quickly write it down. And then Probably I would delete it if I were you, putting your address out there in public like that. You know what I mean? Right, I've got it. I've got it, Jonathan. So delete it. That's probably the best thing. Yeah, breed. Right, House of Weirdos, Kristen. I've got your address. The only other thing I need is I need you to send me a how do you say, mobile number so that James the Baker can get in touch with you and arrange delivery. Nah, Take a Bow's not a Madonna song. Take a Bow's Rihanna. #1 for Rihanna in 2008. Unless I've totally screwed up, which is quite possible. Because I was doing an awful lot today. Take a Bow. Right, there's 2 different songs, one called Take a Bow and one called Take a Bow. Oh, fuck. Let's see. It is 1994. It's a hit in the UK charts. Let's have a look. Well, it's no top 10. See? Only got to number 16. Did I say top 10? Pretty sure I did. Negative checking. You see, that's what that is. Aye, but it's more a Rihanna song. She had a #1 with it. Is it the same song? Or is it two totally different songs? I'm sticking with Rihanna. She had a #1 with it. All right. Right, here come the jokes. House of Weirdos say, how do you coax a bear from a cave? Come on, bear. No, that's not the right joke. It's what cheese do you use to coax a bear from a cave? Come on, bear. That's the joke. Man goes into a butcher's, asks for a pound of sausages. Butcher says, they are kilos now. All right, says the man. I'll have a pound of kilos. Good stuff. Quizmaster's always correct. I don't like to be that guy. I hate being that guy. But it's kind of difficult when I've already called it. That's rather unfortunate, isn't it? That I looked up because I was, well, how did I look that up? I was like thinking Rihanna as an alternative. Look up Rihanna. #1's Take a Bow. I didn't. To be told, it's a Quizmaster mistake. What I should have done at that point is right, double check that there's none of these titles were also by Madonna. It actually wouldn't have taken me long. So that's my fault. But I'm sticking with what we got. Simon won a scratch card, and Kristen and House of Weirdos have won the bread. That's the best joke so far, Simon. A pound of kilos. Becca's happy. We won the bread. We've been waiting on the bread for ages. Right, we're only got 2 jokes. That's after past. I'm going to stop now because I've got to have dinner. Thanks very much for doing the quiz. Please share the quiz. All right. Please upload your score if you haven't already, and I will get to work on tonight's scoreboard. What's that one? Did you hear about a dyslexic bear? He only eats Brian's. Not getting that one. Is that supposed to be brains? But bears don't eat brains. Don't get it. Yeah, you lot have been all over me tonight with my errors. I had three or four errors of varying seriousness tonight. Dyslexic zombie, aye. Yeah, not a dyslexic bear. Dyslexic zombie. He only eats Brian's. See, that's better. Right, Simon, you're also the winner of the jokes competition, so you get a scratch card for that as well. So 2 times Simon scratch cards, 1 for Wipeout, 1 for Joke. I've just written that down all out in words so I know what I'm doing. I've got Jonathan's address, and Kristen is the winner of the bread, and the House of Weirdos are going to have a whole lot of loaves. Thanks for doing the quiz. If you thought any of this was worth a tip for me, I'm a little baby girl who's in the kitchen right now saying, "Daddy, is there any food?" Hugs and Kisses are saying, "How do you make your partner go all night?" And they're doing that slightly annoying thing where I was just about to stop the broadcast, but they've given us a feed line with no punchline. So I definitely have to wait now. I used to do the jokes round at the quiz like every week. And it was a long time ago. I kind of dropped doing the jokes round about 3 or 4 years ago. And I don't know if it's a good decision or not. It was just, it tended to take quite a lot of time. It tended to be not particularly funny. And sometimes pretty horrible as well. You know, obviously I was filtering them. I wasn't reading out the ones I wasn't comfortable with. Or, you know, knew that people would be uncomfortable with. I'm more or less unshockable. But I know it's not the same for everybody. Duct tape. How do you make your partner go all night? Duct tape. LOL. Right, listen, Hugs and Kisses. That's quite good. It's a tiny bit edgy, which helps. And the Lord of Edge himself, Mr. Simon Edge, who was going to win the jokes contest, is already getting a scratch card. And he has graciously said duct tape has to be the winner. So Hugs and Kisses, you are the actual jokes winners. Which means we have 3 different winners for tonight, which is nice. So, Hugs and Kisses, send me an address, right? So that I can, not on here, don't put it in the chat like Jonathan did. Send me a message on Facebook or something, and I'll send you a scratch card, all right? Right, I've stayed on slightly longer than I meant to, but that was worth it. Worth it for the duct tape. You know what I mean? Right, I'm out of here. Well done to all the winners. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing all your scores. And I hope you all live happily ever after. Bye.